Yes.
They have they have gun line sections of town in St. Petersburg, and that's how they keep their federal funding flowing.
Yeah.
So it's shameful because there's really more ways um, on, like I say, poverty based on the redlining and basically keeping people in the gun line. So there are certain communities where it's like this is the gun line, you know, and if you step over the gun line, so if you seen anybody seen that movie Life,
Yes.
they have they have gun line sections of town in St. Petersburg, and that's how they keep their federal funding flowing.
Yeah.
So it's shameful because there's really more ways to do things than to try to keep people in poverty. I mean, the local government should not be turning on its own people to stay fed because it's not even necessary at this time. We're open to an international market, and there are so many ways to do things. So we need to start learning how to diversify our portfolio and electing officials that are open to being able to diversify their portfolio so they don't have to lean on other people's poverty for their wealth. So you can go ahead and please tell us about your campaign.
Well, go out and visit www.newthd62.com. That's www.newt, H is in house, D is in district, the number six, the number 2.com. And you'll see my platform. You'll see they got donation links if you want to support me. And I need the support. So support me. Also, it's got accomplishments and all the stuff that's been done. It shows you historical data that you can use. You can go and look at and see what's been done. So I don't have to go up there and try to figure out what to do and who to follow and where the bathrooms are. I don't do none of that. I mean, you're talking about experience, dedication, and results. That's important. You're talking about 15 years of governance experience. I served, like I said earlier, I served 2 terms on the St. Pete City Council from 2008 to 2016. I served 2 terms in the Florida House from 2016 to 2020. I served on the Florida Commission on Ethics from 2022 to 2024. I have local and legislative experience with a 0 learning curve. Let that soak in, 0 learning curve. So day one, I can be productive. I don't have to go around and try to figure stuff out and get in with clicks or none of that. You know what I'm saying? I got the speaker's phone number. In fact, he's encouraging me to run back for this open seat. I thank Michelle Rayner for her service, but Michelle Rayner is leaving 2 years early to go. She's foregoing her last 2 years to run for Senator Rousseau's seat because she want to go over to the higher chamber, which is the Senate, and I wish her well. But you need to know what's going on and what's happening. And for us fighting and being disruptive, it's enough of that up there. That's why we went from 47 members when I was there last in 2020, 47, and we down to about 31 or 32 Democrats now. Let that soak in, from 47 to 32. So we're losing ground in the voting box. Because those seats that are not 47 anymore are Republican seats. So you can't blame them. You got to have a better devised plan and offer up people that can go up there and get results and that can hold that, because that's what's important. Also, in my platform, the number one is going to be when I get back up there, the first bill I'll file will be to require the 67 school boards. If you don't know, we have 67 counties in the state of Florida, 412 cities, 22 million people. But it will be to require the 67 school boards to enforce their policies or nothing at all, because these are policies that they made up, but some of these policies are very detrimental to our young African-American boys and girls as it pertains to getting arrested from school, ending up with a permanent juvenile record, and ultimately going down the wrong path. So we're going to get that fixed, because those are their policies that they made up, and it shouldn't be where a kid gets in a fight down at D. Gibbs High School in the South Side, he goes to juvie jail, but if he gets in a fight in Palm Harbor University, he gets a detention. Because a fight is a fight is a fight. So it should be all detentions or all arrests. And the infrastructure one is near and dear to my heart. Is we need sewer infrastructure money here in the city. If you look at your water bill lately, you're paying, my wife and I pay $85, almost $90 just for sewage, not water, not garbage, sewage. because all that development you see downtown in the downtown core, they pay no impact fees, traffic or sewer. So they get that money off the backs of the people in the city, the peasants, to sustain those impacts for that sewer, and they're getting it off of you instead of being able to build capacity. We also receive sewage from St. Pete Beach, Treasure Island, and Gulfport because the sewer plant is not conducive for that environment. But we need to be able to get funds, and I know there's funds in Tallahassee for that, so I can work with the relationships and bridges that I build to try to bring some of that money home. So I'm asking for your vote. The election is going to be not until August 18th in 2026, but we got to keep going and get there first. Again, it's imperative that we send people that are knowledgeable and that people have proven results, not just talking about it, proven results. I'm not talking about what I've done. Again, go out to newthd62.com, click on accomplishments, and you'll see what's being done. You can also subscribe to my email list so I can keep in the loop on what the campaign is doing. But I appreciate Ernisa for having me on. I appreciate you guys for taking the time to listen. But this is what's going on, plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? And it's my Scarface moment. I love that point when he says, I always tell the truth. I always tell the truth, even when I lie. So it's
Thank you for
a lot of people don't like it, but it is what it is.
Listen, thank you so much for sharing with us. I appreciate everything that you have laid out for us today. Everyone can make their own decisions on what it is that they want to do. I believe that you have made an excellent appeal to our audience and shown them why it's imperative that we are able to hit the ground running with this seat and not have someone necessarily go in and try to figure out where everything is, because we are in an imperative and crucial location in the city of St. Petersburg at this particular time. This is a very important election. And while I do not always get along with the premise of some of the Democratic tactics, I would vote for you.
Well, thank you. That's one.
Yeah. But the things the tactics that they employ are despicable, and they tear the community up every single time there's an election, and they tear the community up so that they can win elections. And I don't like some of the things that they do, but I would definitely vote for you. And it's not everybody in the party. It's not everybody in the party.
I'm saying as to the party, I want to put this footnote up. Something for you to soak on and think on. In Pinellas County, we have over 1 million people. Okay, there's never been a black over the Democratic Party, never. But Black Lives Matter. Newton.
Hello, Representative Newton. It is such a pleasure and an honor to have you on our show today on Testimony Thursday.